Painting a white flower with dark green background might be troublesome for some beginner artists, but there is masking fluid which helps to paint perfect watercolor painting. But more importantly, you don't want to ruin your favorite brush. So today, video is all about how I apply masking fluid without damaging my brush. So let's get started. Artists use masking fluid with watercolor painting when trying to preserve area of a painting to keep white. This technique is useful when painting botanical artwork and realistic cityscape because of the level of detail in the artwork. It can be challenging to keep all the small detail with clean line. Masking fluid make this easier. Masking fluid can easily damage your watercolor paper if not applied correctly or you are not using right paper for painting. So make sure you are using high quality artist grade paper. First I will be erasing the darker shade of pencil. Then I will be applying masking tape. Later simply I will wet the paper using Bootstrap Artist Heck Flat watercolor brush because it helps to get interesting texture. Many artists choke or stretch their watercolor paper prior to painting. This is typically done on lighter weight watercolor sheet to stop the paper from buckling when wet media is applied to the surface. Please note that 300 lb paper does not need to be soaked before painting since it's heavy enough to withstand the paint without buckling. I am using this Sennelier masking fluid which I bought in 2020. I have used only once, but liquid is still has same when I bought it, and I am using this old synthetic brush which has been ruined fine tip, but I am sure it will work to apply fine line of masking fluid in its bit thick. Also, I am using this old glass plate to put masking fluid onto, and this is artificial art brush cleaner soap jar which will help to keep my brush safer from this masking fluid. First, I am wetting the brush with this soap. Make sure brush hair fully covered with soap. Then I will be gently dipping into the masking fluid and then start applying the area where I want to keep it white. See, I found my dog Coco hair in fluid. Be aware if you have good furry friends. I have seen many artists do use wooden skewer, a cheap metal dip pen, or an opened up paper clip or squishable bottle. But I think there are some kind of botanical tattoos which is hard to apply masking fluid using this old stuff, excluding squishable bottle. Here I did not apply masking fluid because when I will be painting background, I will wet the area on side area and making sure that paint don't touch it. You will see that process on my second video. A pre-warning about masking fluid. Make sure it's completely dry before you paint around it. Don't leave it on your paper more than about a week max. Be very gentle when you remove it. done apply masking fluid and I just washed my brush in clean water first. Then I clean it again with same brush cleaner soap. And now after drying first layer of masking fluid, I want to add another light layer so that heavy wet layers will painting background will not get mixed with this masking fluid area. So now I am repeating this same process. You are seeing brush hair are completely fine after washing with this brush cleaner soap. I washed my brush 2 times so that masking fluid will not go into the ferrule of brushes or deep into the hair. So I will recommend you to use high quality artist brush cleaner soap so your old favorite brush will be last long and you will enjoy using masking fluid in your watercolor painting. Alright, let me show you how this masking fluid works after applying paint on it. Here I have already applied masking fluid and now I am giving some wet on wet layer, giving some darker blue shade one by one. Later I will just rub it to remove this masking fluid. So I am gently removing using my finger. But there are another way to remove is that simple use brush that has kind of angle like this. But make sure you are removing very gently. You can also use eraser to remove it. As you can see that here is paint in the middle because I touched earlier the wet masking fluid layer and here I applied very light layer of masking fluid so that paint spread here and here I applied thick layer of masking fluid and that way the underneath line is still white and clean and wet paint did not spread here. After drying this masking fluid, I will be start painting a background. Usually it will take 4-5 hours to dry. I will be sharing this flower painting tutorial on my next video. Until then, happy creating. Thank you for watching.